What's going on, guys? It's your boy, man, Stoner Breeze here, baby, coming to you live with another one. Another lit video, baby. Hey, man, you already know your boy coming back to back. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake did Meek Mill. I don't know what's going on with Drake and Rick Ross and all them. That beef ain't the same no more, man. That beef weak. You got folk apologizing. I'm like, what's going on? But anyway, man, as you see we still got it going on with the blast, with the airdrop. Where I'm at now? I ain't know this thing all day. 200, no. Oh, okay. Boy, I'm at almost half me. I got 400,000 points. Still banging away. Still trying to get that old crypto pump and all that. But before I go any further, I gotta give a shout out to the Dripping Inu community, man. They did a AMA with Moonshot Max. I'm gonna link this in the description below. You see Blockchain Bay, you see Crypto God 420. So they showing their face. If you want to get on the ground floor, it may be too late to get on the ground floor. I'm not sure, but check out the AMA, man. So you know what's going on, what they doing, how to make this money, how to get in. Hey, I'm gonna link it. You listen to it, make your own decision. So you stop asking all these questions. They talking right now. So shout out to Lex, you everywhere, man. But anyway, shout out to Moonshot Max, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Dripping Inu community. I will link this AMA in the description below so you can watch it at your own leisure. But anyway, what I really wanted to show you, man, was this right here, right? This crypto crow, I've been following him a while. Here, Cardano Moon boy. But he got a chart about Bitcoin, bro. He got it, man. This is I ain't gonna say gonna blow your mind, because some of y'all already know, but if you don't know, you know what I'm saying, in case you be worried about Bitcoin and the price and all that, I'm gonna show you this, man, and I want you to listen. If you got anybody that's worried about Bitcoin and all this, I want you to just watch this, man, and pay attention. Watch this right here.
People who are blowing me up all the daggone time because they're worried. What's happening? What's happening, Crow? Now, I'm going to share my chart here in a minute. And at first, it's going to look a little messy until I zoom in. But here we go. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Bitcoin against the US dollar on a weekly logarithmic chart. All right. Now, let me see. What can I hide here? Can I hide drawings? All right. We're going to hide the drawings here for a minute. This is Bitcoin's chart since inception, all right? All the way down here on the left, which you can't see because my big old face is in the way. But this is Bitcoin back in 2009. This here is one of the first peaks in 2011, all right? This here is December of 2013. We're just touching on the red here for the first time. This here is December of 2017, Bitcoin's peak. I got into crypto around right here. I first got started in crypto around August. Okay. And I know it's hard for you to see because it's still zoomed out quite a bit. I wonder if I can make that a little bigger. Yeah, I could do that. All right. So I first got into crypto, but I didn't start my YouTube channel until I think it was like November 7th or November 17th or something like that. Now, this was the peak in 2017. We came down, we basically rinsed and repeated, and then we came up even higher for a new all-time high. And the first peak was, I called that in April. It was April 13th of 2021. And as I said, we're looking at a two market peak, and sure enough, it was. I've already explained a million times how I was able to figure that out. And then here we are now. So we're going to zoom in a bit, okay? And we're going to show what's happening. Now, this is Bitcoin. I've got a Cardano chart here too I'm going to show you because I think people are getting a little concerned. And I'm like, you know what? There's nothing to really be concerned about. Many of us have seen this many, many times. Here, this is back in 2016, before the 2017 peak. Here's the halving, okay? We went and we dropped 42% from the local peak to the bottom. And these are wicks, okay? I went ahead and I counted the wicks. Generally, The Wicks happened within a day. All right. So if you're looking at Bitcoin's price, if you're chasing the Wicks, you go wick to wick, there's the total price. Typically, the Wicks are market makers on exchanges that are basically doing what they need to either pump or dump the market to liquidate shorts and longs and so forth, which I'm not even sure if we had those yet back then, but there were definitely market makers at play. So if we were to get rid of the wick and come down, we still had like a 28% drop that basically started before the halving and concluded after the halving. All right. And each one of these candles is a week. So you're looking at basically a period of like 2 months right in this area before what? Before we ran up into the $20,000 peak. When this was going on, Bitcoin was $642, folks. We went from a bottom here of $565 all the way up to $20,000. That was just that peak. We were in the red, all right? We were at the top of this logarithmic scale. There was a very, very powerful statement because it was the first time we reached it. Then, of course, we dropped about 80%. This started the narrative where if you ask anyone around this time frame here, what do you think of Bitcoin? All they knew to tell you, isn't that digital money that ran all the way up to $20,000 and dropped down 80%? What a scam. That's what we heard. Okay. But what they didn't tell you is, or what they don't know is that from that point, let's say from the bottom to the peak, it rose 4,309%. So it rose 4,309% to basically drop from peak to bottom 84%. These are the narratives that the ignorance, and I don't mean ignorance in the sense of they're stupid, but ignorance in the sense that they're not educated on the cycles or the systems. So it's easy to look at this and think, oh my gosh, what a scam. Everybody lost and people were selling at a loss and nobody understood what was happening. Well, those of us who got in around here, many of us that got started in 2017 didn't know either. Okay. Many of us didn't really start to catch on until around Bitcoin's $8,000 mark at the height of 20 grand. And we thought, okay, this isn't going back up anymore. Even though we had a whole lot of narratives out there pushing, how far can we go? Will we get a pullback? Will we see 25,000? Will we see 30,000? What was that doing? That was maintaining exit liquidity for those in the know. That's what that was doing. Because those articles, those narratives that were being perpetuated all over that time, those were articles that people that were in the know and were getting out needed to keep the price from dropping even faster. They wanted people buying in while they were exiting, hence exit liquidity. Now, we bottomed out. We made a rise back up into the blue, came back down. Why did we crash so hard around this area here? Well, that was when COVID was announced. COVID was announced right around this week here. We continued to move up because that was the trend, but then it broke and it went all the way down here. We dropped 62%, folks. 62% is what we dropped right before the next halving. This was the 2020 halving. All right. What happened after that? Well, we headed into our 2-peak cycle where basically Bitcoin effectively went, well, let's see. This isn't from the bottom. Technically from the bottom, Bitcoin went, it basically rose up 1,682% in this cycle. Now, keep in mind, people say it's diminishing returns, but it's really not. Because if you think about it, it's a lot easier to move up percentages. This is from a low of about $4,000. The original low was $580. So it's not necessarily diminishing returns. It's just that we're starting a cycle and we're starting a run from a much higher dollar amount. So for us to go from $4,000 to $64,000, that's almost 1,700% gain. The first peak of that cycle was around 65 grand. The second peak that was around November of 2021 was $69,000. Where are we now? So this is all happening. When I said that, what is the war? I get all these questions. What do we think that the war is going to do? How is the war going to affect crypto, Bitcoin, Cardano, everything, with everything going on? Well, this all happened in the midst of the COVID war. That was a war on society. That was a war on illness. That was a war on so many different things happening at once that was effectively tearing the very fabric of society apart. And we still had a 2-peak cycle where we rose up from 4,000 to a high of 69,000 before we came back down. COVID ended here in April of 2023. It was officially announced it's no longer an emergency. And away we started to move back up. And we've pretty effectively been moving back up since, with the exception of this little period here of a couple months in September and October of 2023, where we had a lull in the market. Well, moving into this cycle here, which we're moving in and we're closing in on this new halving, what do we see? Well, right around here, we had ETF official announcement approvals. All right. This is where Bitcoin's ETFs were approved, and look what happened. Boom. The very first time in Bitcoin's history where we had a new all-time high before the halving. The price action of this point right here, we could take it from a low to the peak. That's an 89 and almost a 90% improvement from the time that the Bitcoin ETFs were approved and where they are right now. We're getting a little bit of a pullback. My balls are not sweaty, folks. I don't know what else to say other than don't worry, be happy. If anything, this is an opportunity for people to average in that don't feel confident in their overall positions yet. This is not a position for me to start freaking out. Now, what if, so from this here, so we went up 90%. Why did we go up 90%? And I'm not done with the charts, but I want to point something out here. Why did we go up 90%? We went up 90% because even though we had Grayscale dumping hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin onto the market because of the new spot Bitcoin ETFs that had significantly lower fees, people are buying up these other ETFs, which is causing them to go out on the market, buy Bitcoin at market price or spot price while Grayscale was dumping. So there was an exchange going on there was a higher demand for Bitcoin at the time with these ETFs than there was dumping, but there was significant dumping. We could have effectively already been in the red of this logarithmic scale if Grayscale's fees weren't so high and they weren't having to dump into the market. Because then all of these ETFs that with this growing demand and Fidelity and VanEck and all these guys buying up all of the spot Bitcoin they can, based off of the demand of their customers, okay, which they weren't even really marketing it yet. I'm just now starting to see they're advertising these new vehicles, okay, as we head into the halving. This is going to be substantial. Now, we've already hit a new all-time high. This is the first time in history since we've hit an all-time high before a halving. Well, what does that mean? So people are freaking out. They're thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now? Because the prices are dropping down a little bit. Listen, folks, we've dropped 20%. That is standard. That is standard. That's a part of the game. That is a start. That's a part of the cycle. And we've seen much more significant drops in previous cycles than 20%. And on top of that, we've seen much more dramatic drops of 20%, not even after a new all-time high has been made. Because if you look at previous cycles here, you can see a lot of this stuff is way, way in the green still. We haven't even moved out of the blue. And here we are sideways for months. I'm not saying we can't be sideways now. Now, let's take a look at some other details here. This is to the day. Okay, roughly about to the day. This is how Cardano performed in the last cycle, and basically from April of 2018 to current day. You can see it emulates pretty fairly what's been happening with Bitcoin. You can see the ebbs and flows, the trenches and the peaks and all of that. That's not even that important. The point to that is that ultimately Cardano and most in the top of the market capitalization of crypto typically moves lockstep with Bitcoin, but to different degrees. By what different degrees? Well, this is not Cardano, folks, against the dollar. This is Cardano.
Bam. All right, man. So there you have it. Shout out to Crypto Crow for illustrating that for the people that don't understand like the price and the Bitcoin halving and where we're going, where we've been in correlation to each other. So I thought that was very interesting, man. I'll link that video in the description below. You know what I'm saying? But before I get out of here, I gotta try to get me a crypto. Hey man, it might happen, baby. It might happen. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, I was there. You know what's funny? If I do like win a crypto punk or something on camera, now it'd probably be roughly 1,000 people watch this video. Now 10 years from now, it'll be 20,000 people. Yeah, I saw it. I saw Star when he won the crypto. You ever notice that when a big time event happened or something? Okay, the arena don't hold with 20 people, but 20 years later, 100,000 people was there. I was in the arena. I was there. Yeah, man, we know. But anyway, for those that's watching, y'all might be here. I don't know. We finna see though. Hopefully they don't steal my money this time. Let's see. Let's see. Hell, I'll take anything besides some mints. They got Apple. I don't really fool with Apple product. I'm a Android man. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey. I've been a Samsung man for forever. I know a lot of y'all got iPhone. A lot of people just got iPhone just because their family got them, and you know they can FaceTime and all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't studying all that. You know what I mean? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's see. Come on, y'all gonna steal my money again? Oh, there we go. Oh, I ain't even get close, but they ain't even let your boy get close. They ain't even let your boy get close. Oh, man. Then I can say, man. I know that's the trick, man. I know that's the trick. It make it look like you're going to win when you ain't going. Ooh, boy, look. But I got... That was a close call. They had a crypto pump back to back. So that means if it would have slowed down and went tick, I would have, man. I ain't winning today. But I'm going to keep spending though. I just hope I don't win it off camera. How much points I got now? I got almost 20K points. Oh, and the gold distribution, if you playing this, the gold distribution, I think they said about 8 days away or something like that. I'm not sure. But it's for all of them. All the things are like, they get the gold on the same day or whatever. So whatever you're doing on Blast. And if you ain't, let me show you something, man. If you on Blast, if you not even, bro, just use the Orbiter. It's cheap for the not the swap, for the bridge. Just bridge over some ETH. You ain't even got to do nothing. It's just gonna be there. You bridge over some ETH. And you're going to start earning points. I don't know. Nobody knows how much these points are going to be worth, bro. Nobody know. I mean, the airdrop, you might get $500. You might get $5,000. It's kind of like the Uniswap airdrop. But the thing about it, when you get airdrops, if you hold, the price probably go down because people are going to dump. And then if the blockchain is successful, it's going to go up. And then so if you get let's say a $2,500 airdrop, and you hold it, that might get turned into $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's free money. You can bridge your ETH over here, and then when you get the airdrop, hell, if you don't like the blockchain, bridge your ETH back over to your MetaMask. And you got free Blast token. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get you some free game, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know some, I be trying to go for the gold. I'm trying to see what this thing gonna do for the gold. The BFX, I don't know. I've been doing it over here too. But I guess they go like ain't coming through yet until maybe 2 weeks or whatever. So I don't know how that's gonna work. But the price of Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, but yeah, Crow just showed you the chart now. So if it's gonna be 170,000 come February, it don't matter what it is now. Now me personally, I don't think it's gonna be 170,000 come February. Well, that's a long time away. We just what? April? May, June, July. I'm putting my fingers on my chin. Let me see. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, we good. We good, bro. Like that. Hey, man. I don't know. Bitcoin, just buy Bitcoin, bro. Just buy it. Like you feel better when you have some Bitcoin. I don't particularly like holding Bitcoin, but knowing I got my Bitcoin on my ledgers, you know what I'm saying? Like for my kids and stuff later on. It's just a comfort. It's like a life insurance policy. Like for real. Holding Bitcoin is like a life insurance policy. that they ain't got to pay on no more. You just buy one for all your kids, put on a ledger, store it somewhere safe, and let somebody know in your will or something like that. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, but I think it's already 60-something thousand. The kids go through that quick though. That ain't. But anyway, man, I'm rambling right in my mouth. I'm just trying to help people out, man. Like, you know, think about it now. You know, like the video, comment, subscribe, holler back at your boy, man. Shout out to the notification gang, baby.